We used to speculate on long drives about the potential of maybe setting up a fund one day, and imagine if we could set up a fund and put money into it, and maybe we get a whole lot of other people to put money into it, and we could really fund and nurture artists in a very particular, personal way, and kind of through different stages of their career.
We wax lyrical, about just, wouldn't it be cool if one day, if we were successful enough, we could, help some of these great artists, even just in a little way, get closer to getting into people's ears and faces and eyes, basically.
Since the Seed's inception in 2005, we've run programs like professional development. Our management workshop has run for 6 years now. We're in our 6th year this year.
The Seed is such an amazing opportunity for people that are just emerging into the music industry to come and learn from the industry's best or experts within the industry about all aspects of the industry. A number of years of the Seed now, we've seen the impact that that's had on a number of emerging managers and their artists.
I feel very, very privileged to be here. There's about 20 managers and panels of about 5 or 6 senior industry people, and then we break off into these little groups where there's 3 or 4 of us with just one of the panel members, so you get to ask all the questions that you wished you could ask but you never get the chance. So I think it's just incredible. I'm blown away and overwhelmed by the generosity of John and Danielle and all the crew here. It's fantastic.
The industry who had been, a few artists who had been and spoken very highly of it, and I guess I really admire John Butler first for putting together an idea for a program like this and funding it and bringing people together.
It inspires us to do our job better, not just to espouse our wisdom and our knowledge and tell stories, but we actually walk out of here feeling invigorated and inspired to do our jobs better. And I know every year that I come here, I'm writing notes. Every year. This is my 6th year. And this is the management workshop 6th year, and every year I'm constantly inspired to do what I do better.
First experience Seed was great, amazing. To be surrounded by an incredible team of managers and artists. It's just amazing to have all these intercutting moments in my life, and meeting all these incredible people.
In the last 7 years, we have proudly supported almost 300 projects and dispersed over $700,000 in funding, which is absolutely phenomenal. Hopefully in the next 3 years we will be almost at $1 million, which is a huge contribution to the Australian culture.
It's about creating this cycle, this circle. It's almost like the seed that grows the tree. I feel like the young ones right now. Tree, the tree bears fruit, and then it drops a seed. And that cycle is able to continue. And before you know it, you have a forest. You have a forest of really healthy musicians and sustained musicians who are able to share their knowledge and who are generous with it all, and generous with how they did it and why they did it and how to do it well.
Me and Dan really strongly believe that what gives people an identity and a sense of pride and a sense of place, and basically really maintains a healthy well-being for a nation is culture, and the best way to create more of it is to nurture it.
Well, I loved you way back when you said we'd just be friends. I said okay, but meant no.
And that's what we believe in. We believe in culture. So whether it's helping others help artists, like the management workshops that we are in our 6th year, and it's going amazingly well and just keeps on getting better and bigger and more profound.
That beautiful thing that happens backstage at a festival and make it somehow translated across the whole Australian music community, because what we experienced in those places was a community, and yet when we'd go to other things we'd experience this intense sense of industry and competition, which is opposite to what it is to be in a community. And so that's what was at the very core of it.
I don't steal and I don't lie, I just want somebody for my heart. But it's harder than it seems to love someone with all your dreams, 'cause if we're not the same, we're